You're broke as bedtime approaches. Despite my years in the profession, the same dismal trend persists. I observe your work on other projects, and I've heard rumors that I didn't back Taraji. Taraji P. Henson, who will tell the industry some painful realities, dominates the conversation. Taraji P. Henson claims Oprah Winfrey's massive company discriminates against black actors' wages. These charges are surprising given Oprah's well-known advocacy for empowerment and equality. Even celebrities like Denzel Washington and 50 Cent are supporting the women exposing this charade. To comprehend the problem, you must investigate these serious charges against Oprah and their history. The emotional breakdown and revelations of Taraji P. Henson have garnered attention. Henson, known for her roles in Hidden Figures and Empire, had an emotional moment on Gayle King's Sirius XM radio show. She discussed her many entertainment industry obstacles in this interview. When King asked Henson if she had considered leaving acting, the conversation became emotional. While shaking and crying, Henson said, "I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious about what I do, and getting paid a fraction of what I deserve." Many in the industry can relate to her aggravation. She said, "When it's time to renegotiate, I find myself at the bottom once more, as if my previous achievements count for nothing, and it's utterly exhausting." This heartfelt revelation follows her work on The Color Purple, which Oprah Winfrey will produce and release in 2023. Taraji's tearful disclosure highlights Hollywood's systemic injustices. It calls into question fairness, recognition, and industry-wide challenges. As we examine these revelations, it becomes clear that Hollywood's fight for fairness and pay continues. Taraji P. Henson and others' bravery in coming out is vital to starting the talks and actions needed to solve these ongoing concerns. Industry titans like Denzel Washington and 50 Cent support these charges, emphasizing the necessity for a thorough inquiry. They challenge the established quo and demand major changes with their support. As the business and society cope with hard truths, Oprah Winfrey's empowerment veneer is under increasing criticism. Finally, Taraji P. Henson's heartbreaking interview and Oprah Winfrey's claims highlight the entertainment industry's ongoing fight for equality and fairness. It shows how those who struggle for justice despite great odds persevere. As this conversation grows, it's important to listen, learn, and fight for significant change to ensure industry fairness and respect. Some who were within the project said Henson and Winfrey had many fights behind the scenes, despite the film's promising idea and excitement. Henson's pay, which was allegedly much lower than her talent and dedication to the role, caused the most controversy, according to production sources. Production-close sources provided this information. Henson and Winfrey allegedly argued on set so much that they continued into the film's promotional tour. Fans who noticed Henson's lack of emotion during interviews and red carpet appearances suspected she was feeling betrayed and frustrated. The allegations against Winfrey, a lady often associated with empowerment and equality, are especially distressing for Henson, who consistently delivers powerful and sophisticated performances. Taraji P. Henson's candid interviews have illuminated the entertainment industry's pay disparities, particularly for black performers. In a fascinating interview with the SAG-AFTRA Foundation, Henson discussed the challenge of maintaining passion and dedication when undervalued. Famous actor Henson. Henson said, "It's breaking my heart with anguish. I'm tired of black women telling the same story. Every time you do something amazing, the industry appears to perceive it as a fluke, and you sink back to the bottom." Henson's comments show Hollywood's chronic bigotry against black actors. These women sometimes receive lower pay and fewer opportunities than their white counterparts, despite their expertise and critical recognition. One of Henson's more shocking assertions in interviews was that black actors receive little money because their stories don't travel outside. She challenged this idea in several ways. This weak rationale, based on racial prejudice and stereotypes, has been used to explain the underpayment and underrepresentation of black talent in the industry. Due to the global appeal of films with diverse casts and issues, this fallacy has been repeatedly debunked. The bitter taste of income disparity is familiar to Henson. The Oscar-nominated The Curious Case of Benjamin Button actress was disgruntled with her $150,000 salary. Unlike her, Brad Pitt and Cate Blanchett made millions for their roles in the same picture. The shocking compensation difference is shown by revealing the sector's deep-rooted racial bias. The amount she received was lower than the $500,000 she wanted, but Henson bravely negotiated. She could not accept this injustice. An actress like Henson, who was nominated for an Academy Award, had to battle for equal pay, highlighting the salary gap. Purple represents discrimination. New Hollywood pay discrepancy allegations are more shocking because Oprah Winfrey may be involved. Fans and industry professionals have noticed the irony of this circumstance, as Winfrey has long promoted empowerment, equality, and black genius. The claims against Winfrey have shaken the entertainment industry. Thus, many wonder how someone who has struggled with racism could underpay and devalue black performers. Taraji P. Henson's dramatic breakdown and subsequent disclosures about her experiences on Oprah Winfrey's The Color Purple have fueled fan speculation and outrage. According to allegations, Winfrey's productions had salary inequities and unfair working conditions that harmed more than Henson. Henson told the New York Times in 2024 that she disapproved of the studios forcing her to audition, despite being the director's initial choice. She said, "At this point, I'm a Golden Globe winner and Academy Award nominated. So I went in there with a chip on my shoulder because I was like, you will never second-guess me again." The production required the ensemble to drive to the set in production cars, despite her concerns about injury and legal issues. However, I take no credit. I always knew I was exploited. Notably, even talented black actresses like Fantasia Barrino and Halle Bailey are underpaid. Another actor, Danielle Brooks, said the participants didn't have individual changing rooms or meals when they came for rehearsals. The pattern of abuse and poor working conditions suggests a systemic issue beyond a single film or person. Fear of criticizing Oprah was prevalent. If you criticize Hollywood elites, you could be punished, because power and influence matter most in the sector. This is especially true for Oprah Winfrey, whose reach transcends the entertainment business. Many celebrities fear crossing Oprah because they know it might kill their careers. Monique, an Academy Award-winning actress, was the target of Oprah's alleged fury. Monique says Oprah and Tyler Perry started calling her difficult after she declined to attend unpaid publicity engagements for Precious during the Oscar campaign. These happened during film distribution. In a reputation-sensitive industry, such claims can reduce job possibilities and damage public image. Monique claims she has been informally blacklisted from Hollywood, making it hard for her to get work and maintain her successful career. Even though she is talented and has received critical accolades throughout her career, she is an outcast in an industry that values uniformity and compliance, and her openness about her experiences and her criticism of Oprah have only strengthened her position. Monique's concern of going out against Oprah is shared by others. Many celebrities, including those who have reported mistreatment or underpayment by the media tycoon, have remained silent to protect their careers from repercussions. The silence is shocking and indicates a lot about Hollywood power dynamics. Some people fear crossing Oprah because they think she can make or break careers with a word. This idea frightens them. Her influence extends beyond the entertainment industry. Her enormous following relies on her suggestions and endorsements. If you offend Oprah, you risk losing professional opportunities and her many fans. Some may fear legal and financial repercussions if they speak out against Oprah. She has a lot of money and many lawyers, making public disagreement with her difficult and expensive. The threat of being sued and fighting expensive legal battles makes even the most outspoken celebrities stop before speaking out against her. Uneasy interactions and strained connections. As the Oprah Winfrey scandal involving black actors unfolds, a new mystery emerges. This fresh fascination has led to unpleasant debates and strained relationships between the media mogul and her detractors. A magnificent example of this tension was filmed for The Color Purple. The film will debut in April. The viral video shows Oprah and Taraji P. Henson standing next to each other with fake grins and strained body language. The unease is palpable, and there is clearly more going on than meets the eye. Many fans and industry insiders question if Oprah and Taraji's rumored salary discrepancies and on-set clashes have soured their relationship. This has sparked curiosity about their relationship. They even claim that Taraji's outspokenness and demand for fair pay caused the tensions between the two women. This has been theorized about. Oprah and Taraji aren't the only ones that have awkward conversations. Fantasia Barrino and Danielle Brooks have been reported to feel uncomfortable around Oprah. These stories have fueled suspicion about the Color Purple's potentially hazardous working environment. These awkward meetings are even more noteworthy, since they contrast with social media posts of love and support. This disparity makes these interactions intriguing. After the viral video, Oprah and Taraji expressed their love and admiration for each other on their respective platforms. They seem to be trying to remove any thoughts of conflict. Taraji and the other cast members certainly struggled to speak out against Oprah and demand equal treatment. They risked their careers and the criticism and condemnation that comes with challenging power. In the wake of Oprah Winfrey's alleged abuse of black actors, Denzel Washington has emerged as a true advocate for black artists in Hollywood. This persona is embodied by Academy Award-winning actor Denzel Washington, who has dedicated his career to inspiring other artists. Denzel has long championed black performers in the industry. He has spoken out against Hollywood's long-standing racism and discrimination. His efforts to ensure black artists have equal remuneration, opportunities, and recognition have been acknowledged. He has consistently fought for these advances. Denzel stands out from other campaigners because of his passion for the topic. Denzel has consistently invested his personal resources and influence on black artists in front of and behind the camera. This contrasts with others who just talk about diversity and inclusion. To appreciate his passion to elevating and developing African Americans, go no farther than Save Africa's Children. Denzel's philanthropy is rare in a field motivated by self-interest and avarice. He has helped many needy children and families with education, health treatment, and assistance. Denzel's advocacy goes beyond charity work. He has used his platform to speak out against entertainment business wrongdoings throughout his career. He criticizes industrial diversity and speaks truth to authority. Even when it risks his industry career, he has spoken the truth. Denzel stands out from other professionals because he is willing to do the correct thing even under extreme pressure and reaction. Denzel has always used his voice and position to bring about real change, unlike others who may choose to keep silent and protect their interests. Denzel's campaign has gained prominence due to Oprah Winfrey's controversy. Denzel is one of the few high-profile industry figures who publicly support victims. The allegations of underpayment and mistreatment of black actors remain. Denzel helps mistreated people. He has unwavering support for Taraji P. Henson and Monique, two actresses who have spoken out about wage disparities and blacklisting. His support is constant. Denzel has called out industry hypocrisy and double standards as an ardent supporter for fair treatment and equitable pay for all performers, regardless of color or gender. He has also advocated for artist equality. One reason Denzel's advocacy is so powerful is that it contrasts with some of his industry peers. Denzel has always shown integrity and authenticity that Hollywood rarely possesses. In contrast, Hollywood celebrities like Oprah Winfrey have been accused of committing the bigotry and abuse they claim to oppose. His unrelenting fight against Hollywood elites' demeaning and cliched portrayals of black musicians is inspiring. His 1986 refusal of a controversial part is the best example of this. The movie They Couldn't Kill had a disturbing premise. The plot reflected black Americans' worst stereotypes. The plot took a twisted turn when Denzel's black character was wrongfully accused of attacking a white woman and electrocuted and hanged before becoming a distorted hero. False allegations hurt Denzel. Denzel was surprised by the Hollywood elite's indifference and scorn throughout the auditions. Instead of taking it seriously, they laughed and joked about the offending part like it was a huge game. This was a moment of clarity for Denzel, who had already established himself as a serious and talented actor, he said. He knew that taking such a job would compromise his ethics and perpetuate harmful prejudices that had long plagued black performers in the industry. Denzel bravely quit despite being offered $600,000. He made a career-defining decision. Denzel played Steve Biko in Cry Freedom, a riveting film about the South African anti-apartheid activist. About 6 months later, the role was cast. It was critical acclaim for his portrayal, and that earned him his first Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. In retrospect, Denzel's decision to decline the offer to star in They Couldn't Kill was a critical milestone in the fight against entertainment industry prejudice. Denzel's unwillingness to play into the negative stereotypes and tropes that had been imposed onto black actors for a long time sent a significant message to the industry that black artists would no longer be typecast and erased. Another critic of Oprah is 50 Cent. Another important voice has emerged in the ongoing conversation about Oprah Winfrey's alleged maltreatment of black performers and her role in Hollywood's racial imbalance. 50 Cent, artist and actor. 50 Cent is recognized for his outspokenness and commitment to speak the truth to power. He has criticized Oprah and supported her victims. He now defends her victims. His support for Taraji P. Henson has been unwavering. After Taraji's heartfelt disclosure about her pay inequities and mistreatment on Oprah's The Color Purple, 50 Cent took to social media to support the cast and crew. He then invited Taraji to join G-Unit Film and Television, his production company. It was seen as an insult to Oprah. 50 Cent's criticism of Oprah goes beyond his support for Taraji. He has often criticized the media mogul for her dishonesty and betrayal of the black community. 50 Cent claims Oprah ignores Hollywood's predatory white males while shaming black men. The charge was made in tweets and interviews. He even went so far as to imply that Oprah's association with Harvey Weinstein showed her tendency to defend white predators over black victims. These serious charges raise concerns about how power and privilege can perpetuate systemic inequity and injustice. We recognize the gravity of these charges. However, 50 Cent criticizes Oprah further. She called her opinions about his music ignorant and misogynistic. In a recent Guardian interview, he criticized her insulting words. In response, 50 Cent said his music was a reflection of his true life on the streets. He claimed his music reflected him. He argued in the following words that everyone has the right to tell their story and speak their truth, no matter how painful or challenging. He said that Oprah's attempts to suppress or ignore his music constituted cultural gatekeeping to silence black voices. A pioneer and advocate for racial equality and justice, Oprah Winfrey's views on the issue have changed throughout time. She was a voice for the voiceless and a beacon of hope for millions worldwide. Her unique discussion show and philanthropic activities made her successful. She has been accused of mistreating black actors and perpetuating racial inequality in recent years, prompting many to question her principles. Due to multiple allegations, this issue revolves around a simple yet deep question. Who could be participating in the structures that perpetuate these injustices if she has experienced so much discrimination and prejudice? Many question Oprah's early engagement for racial justice, wondering if it was a way to succeed in an industry that has traditionally discriminated against people of color. Many have contemplated this question. At the start of her career, she was a strong opponent, a young woman of African heritage who refused to be defined by her circumstances. She spoke up against racism and injustice and spoke Black American struggles when it was taboo. She spoke out against these concerns. Her fame and influence seemed to change things. She was formerly a vocal critic of systemic injustices that held black people down, but now she seemed more balanced and careful. She was accused of ignoring black injustices and possibly becoming too familiar with the power institutions she had earlier criticized. Oprah's apparent shift in position cannot be determined with confidence. As she became more prominent and entrenched in Hollywood, she may have felt pressure to tone down her advocacy to avoid upsetting the boat. One person proposed this. Her wealth may have protected her from the daily sufferings of Black Americans, making it easier for her to ignore the community's injustices. Several people have proposed this theory. Oprah's apparent shift on racial inequality has left many disappointed and deceived. Those who have long admired her as a champion and role model find it hard to accept that she may have been implicated in the system she had previously opposed. Family members of Oprah have accused her. Among the growing accusations against Oprah Winfrey, a new and alarming perspective has emerged. Her family has accused her of misrepresenting her origins to boost her popularity and cement her status. Catherine Carr Esters, Oprah's cousin, has made shocking claims that her childhood stories of poverty and sorrow are mostly fictional. This debate is led by her. Catherine believes that Oprah's childhood was not bleak and desolate, contrary to her portrayal over the years. In fact, she describes Oprah as being pampered as a child, with new clothes, toys, and other things many of her peers could only dream of. These claims are shocking and cast doubt on Oprah's dependability and carefully crafted public image. If accurate, they suggest that she built her empire on lies and half-truths, using her audience's sympathy for personal gain. The charges are less terrifying than Oprah's alleged response. The media mogul shrugged and said, "That's what people want to hear because the truth is boring." Catherine's narrative is based on Oprah's conflicting stories. It's stunning if Oprah admitted to cynicism and manipulation. The phrase implies that she views her audience as puppets who can be controlled and exploited for her own gain. Oprah has not responded to these allegations, and it is important to remember that they are still allegations. These claims cannot be ignored due to her immense power and apparent invincibility in the entertainment industry. Thanks for watching our video. If you like this deep dive into today's topic and want to see more fascinating material, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. We value your feedback, so please leave it below. See you next time for more thoughts and discussions. Keep exploring, learning, and sharing till then. Thanks for joining our community.